Hey, I'm Unsupervised, and this is the series No One Ask, where I bring you my unwanted, unpopular, and unasked for opinions on video game items. Today's topic is the July 1st, 2026 WoW trading post. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a change of scenery. You guys get soup backdrop today because I cannot get the program to work for this. So, I'd like to see what you have to offer this month. Let's go. First up, we have the Blackwater Extreme Firework Rocket. This thing is fun. This is Goblin made for Stout, and I am here for it. Look at that seat. Love it. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. I really want to see how it flies. I generally tend to like the rockets anyway, but this could be good. All right, next up we have the ensemble of the Villagers Seaside Attire, as well as the ensemble of the Villagers Seaside Collection. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say this is probably the same thing that we've been getting in blue, and it is blue. Alright, you guys know my feelings about this. Same thing, different color. I'm gonna give these a 2 and a 3 respectively. I do like the blue a little bit better. I feel like this would mog well with things, but come on, why do we need that headgear? What era is this? I'm gonna quote Hasbin Hotel here and say burn it like the witches that wore it. Moving on now to the Azure Extravaganza Rocket Mace. This looks fun. This looks goblin-y. I look like I'm gonna smack things with this mace and it's gonna just go boom. I would love this to have some sort of animation or something to it that gives it like an explosion when we hit it with stuff, but I know that's not gonna happen. I will say that there is some clipping issues on her hand, which for, you know, a multi-million-dollar company, we should not have clipping issues, but I'll let it go for now. Azure Extravaganza Rocket Staff. Okay, so same thing, rocket staff. Yep, same thing, rocket staff. This one doesn't have the same clipping issues, so there's hope. I'm gonna give this, it's kind of fun. I'll give it a 7. Moving on now, we have the Azure Extravaganza Spark Wheel. Ooh, it's like a little pinwheel. I'm gonna immediately buy this. That's so fun. I don't think I have any sort of staffs or anything that like move quite like that. Very fun. Love that. It doesn't seem to have any clipping issues. I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. I really like that. Moving on to Chillbot 9000. I'm so little. I'm just little. Guys, look at his little ears. This little doodle. I like him. He's very, very cute. 250 coins is not too bad either for him. Alright, moving on now to the Rosy Extravaganza Rocket Mace. Is this going to be the same thing in red? Ooh, no, it's pink. It's pink and purple. So we got the staff and the mace that are both the same. Absolutely love it. I kind of like this color a little bit better. They gave us a very Jinx-esque set of mace and staff this time, and I'm here for it. The chaos, the chaos. Now onto the Rosy Extravaganza Spark Wheel. Is this going to be the same thing in pink? It is the same thing in pink, but look how pretty it is. I love this. I'm going to give this, again, an 8 out of 10. Very, very good. Or 9 out of 10. I'm not downgrading it just because it's pink. I like it. Alright, Thrillbot 9000. Is this the same thing in pink? Ooh, him red! Okay, okay. Again with a little rock'em sock'em. Let's go, little man. I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. It is Soup from the future. That recording did not go through, so we're gonna try it again. We're gonna start here at the Bot Wrangler's Crimson Apron. So, we have the Bot Wrangler's Crimson Apron. I will say I'm not a huge fan of this, but you know what? It is a tabard and in purple. I like the purple one a little bit better. These will be really fun for our engineer friends and our goblins. I think these will look great on them. Moving on to our ensemble of the Cloudy Sweatsuit. This is our glorious sweatsuit in blue. Yep. We're back in blue, guys, and I actually really like this color. I probably will end up with this. I'm gonna give this a, I don't know, 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. It's not that glorious. Moving on to the ensemble of the Sorcerer's Cloudy Garb. This is going to be, yep, the same thing in blue. I don't love the clipping issues with the eyebrows and the ears. Please fix it. I'm going to give this a -1 out of 10. I'm so tired of seeing this. Moving on to the Quel Denal Quiver. The Quel Denal Quiver and the short bow are both a really, really cute addition. I feel like these would be great for a Coltiran hunter. I think that'd be really fun. I'm not a huge fan of these colors. I probably won't buy them, but they would go really well for a sailor. I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. Moving on now to one of my favorite items that they have given us in the shop this time. It is the Bot Wrangler's Belt. Listen guys, they gave us the big red button. They gave us the big red button. I just want to push it. I will absolutely be buying this, and I think you should too, because I think it would be a fantastic addition to any sort of mech, any sort of crafter. They need this. Come on, you know they do. And for 50 traders tokens, absolutely. Moving on now to the classic Azure eye patch. It's an eye patch. What do you want me to say about it, guys? Come on. Cloudy Winter Toque. Oh god, this hat again. Okay, the blue is not too bad, but I am so sick of seeing this hat. It would be cute on a Tauren. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. I'm moving on. The Crown of the Cloudy Spring Flowers. Oh, these are cute. These are very, very cute. I will say that they do still have the clipping issues. They're not going to fix it, but these are still very, very cute. I'm kind of not a super fan of the color. I feel like it could have been a little bit lighter, but beggars can't be choosers. Moving on to the Gunslinger's Cloudy Lid. Oh, this is fun. Listen, I would love to see this on a Vulpera. I think this is giving Indiana Jones in all the best ways possible. However, that clipping is going to deduct it points, guys. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10 just because look at those ears. They clip in like 3 different ways. And her eyebrows. Her eyebrows clip too, and you can barely see her eyes, which, I mean, adds to the mystery, but come on. Moving on, we're going to now look at the war skirts. So we have the Cloudy war skirts. It's the long with the wraps, the short with the wraps, the long with no wrap, and the short with no wrap. All very good skirts. I always buy these. They're only 40 traders tokens each. I buy them all just so I can have options. Moving on now to the stylish snowy top hats. This is very, very fun. I want to see this on a goblin. It's giving Gallywix in all of the best ways. However, it has so many clipping issues. Look at those ears. Those ears go right through in a way that doesn't make any sense. It also takes away our hair. We know how I feel about that. And the eyebrows are awful. I'm going to give this a -1 out of 10. If it would not clip, I would get high marks. I love hats in this game. I think they're really fun. But the clipping issues tanks it. Moving on to the Bandit's Cloudy High Boots. I can tell already, this is a high boot. Oh my gosh! Guys, look at these boots! These are gonna be so fun to mog with stuff. Oh my god, shut up! Yep, okay, we're immediately buying those. They're only 40 traders tokens, holy moly. I'm giving these a 10 out of 10 and I don't care. Moving on to the Cloudy Dune Cloth Skirt, Vest, and Belt. I hate this set so very, very much. I hate it less in blue, so it's gonna get a 1 and a -1 respectively. The belt is very, very cute. I like the little satchel on it, but I'm getting sick of the same thing, different color. You guys know how I feel about that. To go with our skirts, we have our boots, we got the little slippers, and the war wraps. Moving on now to our returning items, the things we've seen before and are back again. Guess who's back? Back again. We've got the Ensemble of the Wailing Banshees collection. If I remember right, this is got those weird shoulders. Yes. I love that the shoulders have like that face that comes out of them. So fun. Yeah, like that. It's spooky in all the right ways. I do kind of wish that you could see their face a little bit, but I guess that adds to the mystique. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I've seen this on some bigger characters and it looks good too. Moving on to the Wailing Banshee's Great Blade. This thing is gigantic, but I'm here for it. It doesn't have any clipping issues. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's not really my style, but here we are. Again, with the Wailing Banshee's Blade, it's the one hand, same thing, different size. Moving on now to the Wailing Banshee's Cauldron. Listen, I love this thing. I think it's so fun. It's got the little spooky like bubbles that come out the back of it. It's got the lanterns. It's got the look. Love it. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. It was very fun to mob. Moving on to the Wailing Banshee's Mace. This thing has got like a face on it, and I'm not really sure how I feel about the face, but it's got the flail action going on at the back and the drippy, misty purple coming off of it. Very cool. I think some warlock out there is going to love this. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the Wailing Banshee's Warglaves. This thing is Warglaive in all of its fury. It's got the purple, almost spray painted look at the top here on the on those spikes. Very cool. And on the blade itself. I like that. I like having a little bit of like bleh on my weapons when I use them. I'm going to give this, for the price, I don't love how much these cost. They're 200 trader tokens each. Ugh. I give this a 7 out of 10. Wailing Banshee's Longbow. This thing is pretty cool too. I'm not a huge fan of faces on my weapons. It's just an opinion, but I do like the roses. I feel like this thing is giant though, so any sort of small hunter, a Vapillera, a gnome, a goblin, it's just going to be massive on them and they're not going to be able to use it. So this is kind of going to be for our bigger races, maybe our night elf, maybe our Nightborn even. I feel like the quiver itself especially is really giving that silver color of Suramar, and I love the way it looks. I don't like the gap though. So overall this set I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The quiver will get a 6 out of 10 just because of that gap. That don't make no sense to me. Moving on now to the Wailing Banshee's Wand. This thing is so fun. I'm gonna see some warlock out here running around with this skull, just smacking things with it, even though it's a wand. The only complaint I have about this, I have one complaint. I don't love the handle, how it's bone here. It doesn't make sense to me. Love it, hate it, it's up to you. Let me know what you guys think. Moving on to the Wailing Banshee's Charger. You're gonna give me a spooky purple horse with bones? With bones? Absolutely. I love this little guy. The one thing I can say is I'm not a huge fan of the motion that they do when they fly. That kind of bothers me, but come on, it's a spooky purple horse. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So, to sum up our trading posts for this month, we've got the good, the great, and the blue. If you are planning on engaging in any, goblin-esque activities this weekend, I encourage you to do so safely. Please don't start fires and undermine, and we'll catch you next time. Bye!